Hello everyone, my name is Richmond and I welcome you back to the RichTech channel. In this tutorial, I'll be taking you through the Scratch Junior Toolkit. One may ask, what is the Scratch Junior Toolkit? But before we get into that, if you're a new viewer, I would encourage you to subscribe and also turn on the notification bell so that you'll be the first to be notified whenever I release a new video on this channel. Also, at the end of this tutorial, if you learn anything new, kindly leave a like in order to encourage me to do more videos of this kind. Without wasting much time, let's get into today's tutorial. So today we'll be talking about the Scratch Junior Toolkit, which is a programming platform which uses blocks in programming. With this application, students from Basic 1 and above can build basic animations and also games using blocks in coding. Alright, so without wasting much time, let's just click on the home button here. So once you have your Scratch Junior application open, you can click on the home button in order to create a new project. So once you are in the home page, you will see this plus button here, which is to create a new project. So we click on it to create a new project, and the project will load for you. Alright, so once you are here, this is the basic user interface of the Scratch Junior application project. Okay, so on your far left, you can see the various characters that have been added to the project. So here by default, I have only this stick here that has been added. So in order to delete this default character, you can just long press on it and click on this cancel button here in order to delete it. So once you have it deleted, you can now add any character of your choice that you want to. In order to do that, you have to click on this plus sign we have at the top left corner. So you click on this plus sign and you see various options of sprites that you can select from. Okay, you have different options that you can, so depending on the sprite you want to add, you just add. So supposing I want to add the dog as a sprite, I click on it and click on this correct sign. I can also double click on it to do it very fast. So I'll just double click on it and it adds it to the stage for me. If I want to change the look of the character I've already added, you can just do that by clicking on this paint brush you see here right beside the character's icon. So I'm going to do that by clicking here, and I can change any part of this particular character I've already added. So these are the various features to edit the character. You can change the colors of the particular character you have. You can also draw some shapes as well on the character. Once you have everything done on the character, you can save it by clicking on this correct sign. Alright, so you can add more characters to the project you are creating by simply clicking on the plus sign here again and selecting the next character you would want to include in your project. So for instance, I want to include this in my project. I double tap on it and I get it in my project. Okay, so this is also the stage, okay, where the characters are positioned or where the characters are going to perform their duties. We call it the stage. Once you have your characters in the stage, you can drag and drop them at any point on the stage you want to position them for your program or your project. So after positioning them, you can now start programming. At the top here, we have this maximize button here. This is to maximize the whole stage once you are done working on your project. So for instance, you are done creating your story or animation and you want to view it in a large form, you just click on this button. So I'm going to click on it, and as you can see, it has increased the size of the stage. Once I want to get back to the default stage, I can just click on this button here to take me back to the default size of the stage. The next button here is to view the various characters, the position of the various characters in a grid form on the stage. So as you can see, this particular character is at point 10 on the stage, or vertical point 10 on the stage. The same way, you can also know the position of these characters as well. So as you can see, the dog is also at point 14 on the stage. Alright, so that is for this button. The next button you are seeing here is the stage button, which is to help us add a nice backdrop or a nice stage to our project. So by default, you have this plain white stage, and if you want to use something nice or something that is looking colorful, you can just click on this button here, which is to add a new stage, and you get again different stages to select from. So supposing you want to use this stage, you can just double click on it and you get your stage right here. Alright, this next button here is to get some characters. Maybe you want to name the particular project or the particular stage. You want to have a heading on top there. You can do that by using this. So I'm just going to type a name, and if I leave it, you can see it here. If I click on it again, there is this option at the very left of the name or the text, which is to increase the size of the characters. So if I want to increase it, we have from the smallest size to the biggest size. Also at this part, you can change the color of the text. The color of the text. So I can just click on this yellow in order to change the whole text color to yellow. So as you can see here, the text color has been changed to yellow. If you want to delete the text, you can just double tap on it, you come back, and then you clear the whole text from there and it gets deleted. This particular block is to reset your stage after you have executed a particular program. So if you click on it and you have any program that has been executed to change the various positions of the sprite or the characters, you just click on this and it resets the whole stage for you. This button here is the start on green flag button. So in our next video, we'll talk about the event where we'll learn how to use the start on green flag event to trigger an action when this particular green flag is being clicked. Alright, so on our far right corner here, you can also see the various backdrops or the various stages that we have. So if you want to add more stages, just as we did for the sprite or characters, you can just click on this button here and you add more stage. So you could see I have created a whole new stage here where I can also add different characters and also a different background. So I can come here and select a different background as well. So as you can see, I have two different stages. The first one, which is this one that I created, and then the second one. So with that one, you can add as many stages as you want by just clicking on this button here to add more. Alright, so we also have these blocks colored over here. We have the yellow, the blue, the violet, the green, the orange, and the red. So all these blocks are what we call the coding palettes. So each palette contains some set of blocks that perform some actions in the program, or they contain some set of blocks that controls the characters that have been selected for that particular block. So I'm just going to take you through the various blocks we have in this particular tutorial, and in our next tutorial we will take each palette one after the other and talk about the blocks we have in there. So as you can see here, this first yellow palette is what we call the event palette, and it contains blocks like the start on green flag, start on tap, start on bump, start on orange message, and also send orange start message. So these are the blocks that are under the events palette. The next palette is what we call the motions palette, and it contains the move right, the move left, the move up, the move down, turn right, turn left, hop, and go home. All right, the next palette is what we call the looks palette, and the looks palette contains the say block, the grow block, the shrink block, the reset size block, the hide block, and the show block. The next palette, which is the green one here, is what we call the sounds palette, which contains the play pop and also the record sound. The orange palette here is what we call the control palette, and it contains blocks like the wait block, the stop, the speed or set speed block, and also the repeat block. The last but not the least is the end blocks, which contains the end block itself and also the repeat over block, and lastly the go to a particular page block. All right, so these are the various palettes and the blocks they contain. In the next tutorial I will take you through each and every palette one after the other and show you the functions of the various blocks or how they control their selected characters. All right, one tip I would want you to know at this point is that the Scratch Junior application uses the icon block format. So as you can see, all the blocks here are in an icon form and there are no text written on them. Okay, so they have icons that depict or explains the function of the block. When we get to the Scratch application where we talk about the word block, you would understand it better and know the difference between the icon and the word block. Stay tuned for the next part of this session. Until then, bye for now.